Pickup truck buyers have more choices than ever, and this new crop of 2016 trucks is not making your decision any easier.
No, it's not. Now, to see which of these new additions is truly the best, we've gathered 3 significantly updated models together, including the Toyota Tacoma, Nissan Titan XD, and of course, GMC's Canyon Diesel. Now, before you cry foul in the comments section, yes, we realize there were several other models that could have been included. Vehicles like the Ram Limited and Rebel, as well as the 2016 Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra, though we opted to exclude them.
Yeah, Craig, because really those trucks just received minor changes to expand their own product lines, but they didn't really affect the entire segment.
That's right, we've got the best of the best here to determine which one comes out on top, though to be crystal clear, this is not a comparison test.
No, we are simply looking for which one of these 3 trucks pushed the furthest ahead in its own segment. So here we are in the heavily refreshed 2016 Toyota Tacoma. Now, they would have you believe that it's an all-new truck, but that's not really the case. For instance, there's still rear drum brakes in the back of this truck, and the hood is incredibly heavy. You think that they would have put an aluminum hood, but in typical Toyota fashion, they did just enough to update the Tacoma. Same goes for the interior proportions in here. Nothing has changed, which still means the back seat is tiny, and the front seat, especially for the driver, has a really awkward seating position. Your right leg just sits kind of flat, and
it's like you're too close to the floor, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? There's no height adjustment on this seat. I want to put it down, and I have no choice.
Exactly. But it's not all bad, because this interior is actually really well done. Super premium materials, attractive design, and it's perfectly built. I don't see any fit and finish issues at all in here.
No, it is nice.
It's nicely
and some
done.
new tech features, a nice infotainment screen, wireless charging, those little things do make it nice in
They
here.
do. Also, you get a brand new drivetrain. Yes, there's a base 4-cylinder engine, but just don't get that one.
Forget about it.
What we've got here is a new 3.5-liter V6 engine. It's good for 278 horsepower, along with 265 pound-feet of torque. You can get it with a 6-speed manual transmission, or as we've got here, 6-speed automatic. So how does this drivetrain feel, Steve?
So power-wise, this new 3.5, it feels pretty much the same as the 4-liter did, but what you are going to see is a boost in fuel economy, mainly due to the fact that this is an Atkinson cycle engine.
Yeah, and what about the NVH? A lot smoother than that old 4-liter, right?
Absolutely. It just revs up a lot smoother, and you know what? They spent a lot of time making this cabin really quiet, so the entire truck just feels more refined, more comfortable. The old Tacoma was a little, rough and tumble. This truck doesn't really have that same personality.
What about towing, Steve?
Yeah, you know what? So this truck tows adequately. Being a gas V6 and having its power come on high up in the rev range, you really do have to push it. This truck works pretty hard to get a load moving.
Yeah.
I'd say the sweet spot here is maybe between 3,500 and 4,000 pounds for where this truck is going to feel really nice on the road. But for most Tacoma owners, they're only pulling, maybe a jet ski or a couple dirt bikes. So, Toyota really, they know their customer, and this truck does meet their needs.
But based on some of the YouTube comments that I've seen, it seems that a lot of Tacoma customers, they really don't care about smoothness or NVH. Believe it or not, it's actually got some fantastic approach and departure angles. This particular model limited version has 29 degrees of approach, 23.5 degrees of departure. That's fantastic when you're going off-road.
Absolutely.
And it's better, significantly better, than the numbers you get in the Titan XD, and worlds better than the GMC Canyon.
For sure, and you can even get better approach and departure if you get that TRD off-road model.
Exactly, which also comes with crawl control, a neat little feature that's sort of like cruise control for off-roading. You set it at a certain speed, and it holds you to that no matter whether you're going up a hill, down a hill, or whatever.
And it is
Very
excellent.
handy.
I've used it extensively out in the desert, and you know what? It just takes the stress out of off-roading, and the truck just deals with a lot of those issues. Some of the purists might complain, but it really is a lot of fun to use.
Exactly. One other noteworthy feature, Toyota has put a power outlet back there in the bed, which is super handy for charging your phone or running any other electronics that you may have. Great for the millennial generation that's probably the target buyer of this vehicle.
Absolutely, or for running power tools, whatever you need to plug in back there, it works well.
You're ready to go. Well, speaking of go, that's a pretty good look at this 2016 Toyota Tacoma. We've got a lot more testing to do, so stay tuned.